Yeah, it's Pimp and Mo, aka Mo the Pimp Guy, coming at you with another Pimp Cup Sessions. In this video, I'm gonna talk about these Hispanics at this Florida International University. I think they're like GOP Republicans, whatever. They had some type of group chat. They were using the N word like 400 times, describing how ways black people should be unalived and stuff like that. This is crazy. This happened like last week. I really didn't have time to go over it, but I got time now. These are some Hispanic, Latinos, Republicans out there in Miami. I think a couple of them involved with Turning Point USA. These anti-black racist Latinos or something else. They were talking about some type of Nazi dreamland. They wouldn't even be invited to because they're not pure Aryan. So I don't know why they would even think they would be invited to this dreamland for these Nazis. I don't even know why they even think they would be invited. I think these people think they're pure white when they're not. But I'm going to show you that black and brown coalition, there is no black and brown. These anti-black racist Latinos are very, very hostile towards black people, for foundational black Americans, for no reason. See, as foundational black Americans, we're not worried about no Hispanics. We're not worried about no Latinos, no Mexicans, no Cubans, no Venezuelans. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about them. We're not tripping over them like that. Foundational black Americans are worried about white supremacy and worried about what we got to do in our daily lives, what we got to do to survive out here. We're not worried about what's going on with a whole nother race of people like these Hispanics are. Black folks, foundational black Americans ain't sitting around talking about no Hispanics at all. At all. These people got the nerve to be talking about black folks for no reason. We're not doing nothing to these people. We're not calling nice. We're not doing anything like that. And these folks got all kind of smoke for foundational black Americans, man. It's ridiculous. The way these people were talking in this group chat about black people, it's insane. It's sickening. And a lot of foundational black Americans need to wake up. There is no black and brown coalition. We need to be about black empowerment, getting a hate crime bill for us and getting our reparations is what we need to be worried about. We live rent-free in some of these people's heads, and it's ridiculous. Bringing us up, using the N-word 400 times, and they saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff about black people for no apparent reason. No apparent reason. And then on top of that, you got the MAGA black folks. They really ain't saying nothing about this stuff. You know, you got some black people out there that's hardcore Trump supporters and stuff like that. What y'all think about these Hispanics calling y'all the N-word 400 times and saying we should be unalive and stuff like that? How y'all feel about that? You hear nothing but crickets. It's ridiculous. But this is the reason why I don't support immigration. It's the reason why I'm about black empowerment, black first, black only. I'm not trying to get on here and say no hate speech about these people. These people practice anti-black racism on the daily. I live in Texas. It's just a lot of them out here. They practice anti-black racism, don't want to give black people jobs. They hire their own people. Talking about black people lazy and stuff like that, but we not lazy. We didn't flee. We don't flee the United States to go somewhere else because we couldn't cut it in our own country. We foundational black Americans are not leaving the United States in large numbers to go to Canada or any other country because we failed. See, we black people, we get it out the mud. We found a way to survive out here in this system of white supremacy in the United States. We find a way. We don't run. We don't go to a whole nother country and expecting to get handouts like some of these Hispanics do. They flee over here with their hand out, come over here, being hostile towards foundational black Americans, calling us the N-word, calling us all kinds of Spanish names, derogatory names in Spanish about black people like mayates and negros and stuff like that. We lazy, but Y'all couldn't cut it in your own country. These are some Hispanic immigrants talking stuff about black people. I think it was some Venezuelans, some Cubans. These people had to flee their own country to get over here. If it wasn't for foundational black Americans, they wouldn't even be allowed over here in large numbers. Because remember, before the 1960s, they had racial quotas over here. They wasn't letting all these folks over here like they were letting them in now. If it wasn't for Martin Luther King and civil rights in the 1960s, a lot of these immigrants wouldn't be over here right now. It wasn't for him. Now, these white supremacists didn't want y'all over here like that. They really didn't. I hate when these immigrants don't know history. These white supremacists, they did not want y'all over here in large numbers. They didn't. They really didn't. The only immigrants they probably would allow over here in large numbers is the European immigrants, like the Russians, the Irish, the Polish, ones that can pass for white, that are really white. Them the only immigrants. The Germans, them type of immigrants. South African, the white ones, the Ukrainians, all of them, the one that can pass for white. And then the only immigrants they let over here, the English, the Scottish, them, Irish, like I said, the only ones that can pass for white. Them the only immigrants they will allow over here. Other than that, any immigrants of color, they're not letting them over here like that before the 1960s. So a lot of these Hispanics need to do their research and learn their history before they come over here talk about foundational black Americans. We lazy, calling us N-word and all this other stuff, man. These people got to get it together. Like I said, this is one of the reasons why I don't support immigration. One of the reasons why I'm not out here. When they had all these ICE protests, I stayed my butt inside the house. I'm not going out there protesting for these anti-black racists. We live rent-free in their minds for no reason. We don't do anything to these people. We don't. We're not worried about no Hispanics. We're not worried about none of that. Foundational Black Americans. We don't talk about these people. We don't. At all. But they got all the smoke for us when they really need to have smoke for the white supremacists and the Spain for colonizing y'all and leaving y'all with nothing. Y'all got to come over here among us so y'all can live and get some money. They really need to have the smoke for the people that colonized your countries and left all your countries broken. Made y'all speak a whole different language. I tore your history apart. Foundational Black Americans, we had nothing to do with that. Foundational Black Americans have nothing to do with Mexico being what it is, with Cuba, Dominican Republic, Venezuela, El Salvador, Honduras, Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, all those countries, all those Central and South American countries. We didn't have nothing to do with y'all being broken. Y'all got to come over here to eat. All foundational Black Americans. We didn't have nothing to do with none of that stuff. For y'all to have all the smoke towards us, all that anti-black racism in y'all culture, it's ridiculous. So y'all got to get it together, man. These GOP Hispanics thinking that they're white, thinking that they talking about praising Hitler and stuff like that. They wouldn't even be around, even be allowed to be around Hitler or any other Nazi person back in those days. They wouldn't even be around. They probably end up getting unalived by those Nazis, man. So I don't even know why they would even think they will be able to cozy up to some of those hardcore people back in the day. Cause I don't even think they would even let them around them, to be honest with you. So I don't even know why they praising somebody who praising a whole group of people that don't even like them like that. I'm like, come on, man. But anyways, like I said, these folks got a lot of anti-black racism for no reason. No reason. We don't do anything to these people whatsoever. All the hatred for us for no reason. I really need to put all that smoke and hatred towards the white supremacists. Them the ones got the ice out there around and y'all love, not us. But I'm going to leave it there. It's been Pimpin' Mo coming at you with another Pimp Cup Sessions. I'm a holler.